सर एक एग्जांपल लेते हैं हम। सिनेरियो सबसे पहले मेरा ऐसा है कि कुछ प्रोग्राम्स हैं। ओके। और ये प्रोग्राम्स जनरली मेरे वेब सर्वर्स हैं, यानी मेरी वेबसाइट है। ये है मेरे क्या डेटाबेसेस। ये है मेरे स्टोरेज सर्वर्स। ओके। मेरे ऐप सर्वर्स, एप्लीकेशन सर्वर। फॉर एग्जांपल, we are having this point. Now the scenario is this: every program needs a hardware, by the way. Okay, every program needs a hardware. Okay, and in the hardware, what they need? Okay, RAM, CPU. Okay, and they need a storage. Okay, and after that, what we need? We need a OS to run these programs. Okay, basically ये सारी चीजें हमें यहाँ पे चाहिए होगी। ओके, तब जाके हम हमारे जो भी प्रोग्राम्स है हम इन पे क्या कर पाएंगे, डिप्लॉय कर पाएंगे। दिस इज अ बेसिक नेटवर्क नेसेसिटी। वन मोर पॉइंट, वी नीड अ network card as to have the connection from them. So these are the basic requirements if you want to install any program. Okay. Now the point is that in the company we don't launch the program, or we don't launch the operating system directly on the hardware. We also call it bare metal. Okay, we don't install the machine directly on the bare metal. We have the concept of virtualization. Okay, virtualization. Any idea about what do you mean by virtualization? आपने कुछ VMware वर्चुअल मशीन को सुना होगा। क्या करता है वो काम? What do you mean by that technology?
वो एक होस्ट ओएस को पार्टीशन कर देता है ताकि उसके बेस पे बेस चल सके। यानी उसकी रैम को और वो स्टोरेज को पार्टीशन में डिवाइड कर देता है। तो वो पार्टीशन होता है। वर्चुअलाइजेशन होता है जो ओरिजिनली नहीं है।
ओरिजिनली
दूसरा
डुप्लीकेट हो।
नहीं, एक दूसरी डेटाबेस पेज बना दिया तो दूसरा तो अपन एक फ्रेम असाइन करते हैं और जो कार्ड स्टोरेज है नहीं वर्चुअलाइजेशन।
Okay, just guys see this hierarchy. This is a hardware. Actually, virtualization आया क्यों? Point is that why we need the virtualization? Just एक OS चलाने के लिए।
हार्डवेयर चलाना पड़ेगा आपको टेस्टिंग आपको जैसे मैं मेरे क्लाइंट को से जैसे ये चीजों की जरूरत है, थोड़ी हार्डवेयर की जरूरत है। तो मैं उसको पूरा का पूरा थोड़ी अपना हार्डवेयर दे दूँ, उसको हल्का सा थोड़ा सा हार्डवेयर दे दूँ, उसकी रिक्वायरमेंट है। तो मैं अपनी मेन मशीन का वर्चुअलाइजेशन करके उसको प्रोवाइड करा दूंगा ताकि मेरी ज़्यादा वेस्टेज ना हो और उसके भी रिक्वायरमेंट कंप्लीट हो जाए।
देखिए, पॉइंट इज दैट कि जब आप एक हार्डवेयर है आपके पास, ओके, आप सभी लोग सही है कहीं ना कहीं में, बट आप इस चीज का रियल यूज केस समझिए। ये अपना हार्डवेयर है। जब आप कोई ऑपरेटिंग सिस्टम इस हार्डवेयर के ऊपर डिप्लॉय करते हो तो इस ऑपरेटिंग सिस्टम का 100% कंट्रोल क्या आ जाता है, इस हार्डवेयर के ऊपर आ जाता है। अब ये हार्डवेयर आपको कोई भी स्पेस नहीं देगा। मान लीजिए इसकी 8 GB रैम है, 1 TB हार्ड डिस्क है, और क्या है, कुछ 4 CPU है। इस पूरे हार्डवेयर का कंट्रोल किस ओएस के पास आ जाता है, इस ओएस के पास। ये अब अपने को प्रोग्राम, ओएस भी तो एक प्रोग्राम है, उसको भी हार्डवेयर चाहिए होगा, रैम, CPU, स्टोरेज, नेटवर्क कार्ड उसे भी चाहिए। क्या वो दे पाएगा? नहीं। 100% कंट्रोल, 100% कंट्रोल आपका किसके पास आ जाता है, इस हार्डवेयर के पास आ जाता है। ओके, ऑलराइट। नेहा, एम आई ऑडिबल? नेहा, आवाज आ रही है?
Yes, sir, you are audible.
सो आफ्टर
हाँ
दैट,
सर, आवाज आ रही है। आपको मेरी आवाज आ रही है क्या?
या so
Okay.
now what is that, we don't need any we don't have any hardware to run a operating system. Maybe मुझे Linux चलाना है, I want to run Linux, I want to run any server, whatever the OS may be, point is that how we can run it. Okay, and before that we have some challenges. Actually, this operating system is not utilizing 100% of my hardware. It is only utilizing the 50% of my hardware. 8 GB रैम है तो मैक्सिमम आपके सिस्टम 4 या 6 GB 60% मेमोरी कंजप्शन कर रहे हैं. 100% कभी भी उनका ब्रेन यूटिलाइज नहीं होगा, ना सीपीयू 100% यूटिलाइज होगा. ठीक है, तो पॉइंट है इंजीनियर्स ने दिमाग लगाया यार मेरा आधा हार्डवेयर तो पूरे लाइफ टाइम के लिए क्या जा रहा है, वेस्ट. क्यों ना मैं उस हार्डवेयर को यूज करके एक नया ओएस डाल दूं. व्हाई शुड आई कैन डू दिस पार्ट. फॉर एग्जांपल, उससे बेनिफिट क्या होगा कि मैं एक ही हार्डवेयर पे मल्टीपल ओएस चला पाऊंगा. पहले तो सिंगल हार्डवेयर पे सिंगल ओएस चला पा रहा हूँ. अब आप बोलोगे सर लोग ड्यूल बूट भी करते हैं. देखो ड्यूल बूट अलग चीज होती है. ड्यूल बूट का मतलब क्या होता है, आप 2 ऑपरेटिंग सिस्टम चला पा रहे हो. ओके, वर्चुअलाइजेशन भी नहीं, सिंगल हार्डवेयर. पर पॉइंट ऐसा ये कि आपको स्टार्टिंग में ऑप्शन पूछा जाता है, हार्ड डिस्क आपको ऑप्शन पूछती है कि अभी आपको बूट किससे करना है, विंडोज से. तो आप विंडोज पे क्लिक करोगे तो रैम के हार्ड डिस्क से रैम के ऊपर लोड होके आ जाएगा कौन, विंडोज. आपने बोला लिनक्स, तो लिनक्स लोड होगा पर कंट्रोल उस समय किसका होगा, लिनक्स का होगा. विंडोज लॉन्च हुआ है तो कंट्रोल किसका होगा भाई, विंडोज का लॉन्च होगा कंट्रोल. बात आ रही है समझ में. तो ये ड्यूल बूट है, लेकिन 2 से ज्यादा ओएस चाहिए नहीं, अपन वहां पे नहीं कर पाएंगे. 2 से ज्यादा मल्टीपल ओएस चाहिए तो अपन नहीं कर पाएंगे. अब पॉइंट यहाँ पे ये कि मैंने आपको सिनेरियो बताया, कंपनी ने बोला कि मुझे 50 ओएस चाहिए, तो उसको हार्डवेयर भी कितने चाहिए होंगे, 50 चाहिए. हर हार्डवेयर 50% ही ब्रेन अपना यूज कर पा रहा है, बाकी का 50% क्या जा रहा है, वेस्ट जा रहा है. तो लोगों ने दिमाग लगाया, इंजीनियर्स ने दिमाग लगाया, क्यों ना अपन एक काम करते हैं, ये हार्डवेयर है अपना. ठीक है, ओके. इसके ऊपर उन्होंने क्या किया, एक लेयर, एक सॉफ्टवेयर को इंस्टॉल किया, ये वर्चुअलाइजेशन का सॉफ्टवेयर. ओके, ये सॉफ्टवेयर है. ये सॉफ्टवेयर क्या करेगा, फिजिकल हार्डवेयर को इसमें कन्वर्ट करेगा वर्चुअल हार्डवेयर. ये क्या करेगा, वर्चुअल हार्डवेयर बनाएगा. फॉर एग्जांपल मेरा 12 GB है, रैम है और 6 प्रोसेसर है. ओके, तो ये क्या करेगा, इस मेरी जो भी रिक्वायरमेंट है, इस हार्डवेयर को मुझे 3 GB रैम देना है, तो ठीक है मैं 3 GB रैम देके इस मशीन को क्रिएट करूंगा, एक सीपीयू इसे दे दूंगा. ठीक है, ऐसे ही मैं एक और 3 GB रैम का एक और हार्डवेयर बना दिया. एक और मैंने क्या कर दिया, मेरी इच्छा है मेरे को 3 GB का बनाना है, 6 GB का बनाना है, 4 GB का बनाना है. मेरी रिक्वायरमेंट के अकॉर्डिंग मैंने 6 GB का एक हार्डवेयर बना दिया और उसको कितने सीपीयू दे दिए, 4 सीपीयू दिए. ठीक है, तो अब केस 2 में आप कितने ऑपरेटिंग सिस्टम चला पा रहे हो, 3 ऑपरेटिंग सिस्टम. अभी भी आपने जो ओएस डिप्लॉय किया है ना, वो कौन से हार्डवेयर पे किया है, इस 3 GB वाले पे. भले ये वर्चुअल है लेकिन ओएस को थोड़ी पता है. ओएस को हम एक इल्यूजन दे रहे हैं कि भाई तेरे लिए हार्डवेयर कौन सा ही है, सिर्फ 3 GB. तो कंट्रोल किसको कर रहा है, सिर्फ 3 GB वाले का. लेकिन उसको पता नहीं रियलिटी में अपने पास बेस में हार्डवेयर कितना है, कितना है, सिर्फ ऊपर ऊपर से उसे दिखा रहे हैं. तो यहाँ पे इंजीनियर्स ने क्या किया, इस फिजिकल हार्डवेयर को वर्चुअलाइज कर दिया. दैट इज नोन एज हार्डवेयर वर्चुअलाइजेशन. इस फिजिकल हार्डवेयर को क्या किया, वर्चुअल हार्डवेयर में क्रिएट करके मल्टीपल ऑपरेटिंग सिस्टम आप चला सकते. So on a single hardware, it is providing you a shared platform where you guys can run or deploy the multiple operating systems. Or the best term we call it provisioning. In the company, what we call provisioning. We can provisioning the OS on this virtual hardware, and that is known as virtual machine.
मतलब ऐसे भी वर्चुअलाइजेशन का मीनिंग जो टोटल कैपेसिटी जो है वो हमने अपनी रिक्वायरमेंट के हिसाब से अलग अलग की है.
आपने अपने हार्डवेयर को वर्चुअल हार्डवेयर में कन्वर्ट कर दिया, वो वर्चुअलाइजेशन. रिक्वायरमेंट, अब जो वर्चुअल हार्डवेयर आप बनाओगे वो आपकी रिक्वायरमेंट जो भी होगी उसके अकॉर्डिंग आप क्रिएट करोगे. दैट इज अ पॉइंट. ओके, दैट इज द मीनिंग ऑफ वर्चुअलाइजेशन. ओके, ये वर्चुअलाइजेशन आपका नेटवर्किंग वर्ल्ड में भी होता है. इफ यू गाइस नो अबाउट एनी आइडिया अबाउट वीआरएफ. ओके, सो वीआरएफ इज आल्सो वर्चुअल राउटर फॉरवर्डिंग. ओके, वो एक ही राउटर पे मल्टीपल राउटर्स बनाते हैं. तो वही आपका क्या है, वर्चुअलाइजेशन. फिजिकल को ही आप मल्टीपल, आप सब इंटरफेस बनाते हो, व्हाटएवर यू डू, एसवीआईज, ऑल लूपबैक्स, तो ऑल दीस आर वर्चुअलाइजेशन. सॉफ्टवेयर से बन रहे हैं। ओके, तो ये हार्डवेयर भी जो बना है, इट इज नॉट अ फिजिकल हार्डवेयर, इट इज अ वर्चुअल हार्डवेयर क्रिएटेड बाय दैट software, underlying that software. And that software, any idea what we call it? Hypervisor. We call it the virtualization. This is a virtualization software that is hypervisor. Some famous companies are in the market who provide this type of hypervisor to the company. VMware is the one organization. Microsoft is one organization. Okay, Citrix is one organization. Okay, like this. So VMware organization product is VMware ESXi. Microsoft product is Hyper-V. Citrix is Xen. This is the open source right now, and these are the proprietary. You have to buy from the VMware. Hyper-V, if you want to use, you have to buy from Microsoft. Okay, so this is the virtualization. Alright. अब अगर मुझे बताइए मुझे 50 OS चाहिए, तो मैं 10 अच्छे हार्डवेयर खरीदूंगा और हर एक हार्डवेयर पे कितने OS चला लूंगा? 5। पॉइंट क्या है ये, इसमें हमारी दो चीजें बची। पहले वाले केस में कितने हार्डवेयर मेंटेन करने पड़ रहे थे? 50 के लिए स्पेस भी अलग, ज्यादा स्पेस, ज्यादा टीम, ज्यादा वो कॉम्प्लेक्स तरीका। अब कितने हार्डवेयर है? 10, स्पेस कम, टीम कम, मैनेजमेंट कम, मेंटेनेंस कम। दैट इज ओके। ये मशीन आप वर्चुअल हार्डवेयर पे बना रहे हो, इसलिए इसको हम वर्चुअल मशीन बोलते हैं। ठीक है, मेन हार्डवेयर पे इंस्टॉल करते हो तो उसे हम बेयर मेटल बोलते हैं। ओके, और यही मशीन आपकी अगर क्लाउड से आ रही है तो उसे अपन इंस्टेंस। दैट्स ऑल। ओके, चलिए। तो ये चीजें मैंने आपको क्यों बताई है, क्योंकि अब हमें रिक्वायरमेंट होगी। जैसे मैंने बताया ना, आपको एक प्रोग्राम इंस्टॉल करना है। ओके, वो प्रोग्राम इंस्टॉल करने के लिए आपको रिक्वायरमेंट क्या चाहिए? रैम, सीपीयू, नेटवर्क कार्ड, स्टोरेज। ओके, if I think if we need what main important thing, we need what? ISO, उस ऑपरेटिंग सिस्टम को इंस्टॉल करने के लिए विंडोज 10 वगैरह हम लोग इंस्टॉल करते हैं। फॉर दैट वी नीड ISO. ओके, and after that what we need, maybe you want to install on virtual hardware, so we need a virtualization over there. Okay, we use this part, this is a necessary part. Okay, so this is are the points we need, this is our requirement. Okay, we need some security also. We need what? Firewall to secure our OS or to secure our server. So these things we need. Okay, and basically it is a what? It is a computing service. What is this? This is your computing service. In computing service we got all these things. Okay, now the point is that we want this hardware not to be bought from us, we are taking from the rent, on the basis of rent. From which cloud? AWS. So I'll tell AWS cloud, do you have any service which can provide me compute as a service? Yes, definitely they have one service that is known as EC2, Elastic Compute Cloud. This is the first service which we are going to start. Elastic Compute Cloud. Okay, now what is this service? Guys, I'm giving you this paint file, just try to understand this. Okay, so now what we will do here, on their hardware, on their premises, on their environment, will request from the portal that I need one machine. In that machine I need a RAM, I need a processor, I need a network card, and we will create this machine. Okay, they are creating our machine in the virtualization environment. Okay, वो आपके virtualization environment में machine create करेंगे. Now after that the point is they will also create one security guard as well, that is basically a firewall. Okay, but point is that how I am going to connect with that machine. Okay, I am going to connect with that machine via internet. Okay, we have the internet. Okay, we have the internet, we're going to connect with that machine via internet. But point is that this machine is launching in Mumbai, but how I am able to connect with internet through my system? So they have done the setup of some networking. Okay, they have done some remote session configuration. Okay, they have configured some remote session protocols. Like, what is remote session? That means you are anywhere. Okay, doesn't matter, you can access that machine. Okay, from the on the remote basis. And the protocols are like, you might be have heard about SSH, telnet, like this. Okay, So for Windows machine, you can use RDP. Okay, this is a window for the Windows part. SSL and Telnet are majorly for Linux OS. Okay, so point is that. So now, if you want to access this machine, they have already configured the SSH protocol in this machine. In this machine, which we have created here, they have already configured that SSH already. Okay, and what we do, they will give us the one public IP, and we can access that machine using that public IP. Okay, but point is that there is one more point which I have not added. We need what? We need some password as well. Okay, the machine will ask the password to the right candidate. ऐसे तो कोई भी log in कर सकता है internet से. So they have also created some password. If you don't have that password, that means you don't have that key. You will not able to log in that. Okay, if you guys know SSH, we can do a password based authentication. We can do key based authentication. So key based is the most secure one, if you guys know. So we will use what? Key based authentication. Okay, because in server world we use key based authentication. In the router world we can use either a password, but in this server world we use a key based authentication. Okay, so this is the point. All right, now what we will do, guys, here, we will launch one machine. Okay, and who will provide me this compute service? This is EC2 as a service. It will provide me a virtual hardware. Now point is that, for example, first we need a ISO. Okay, and those people call it AMI, Amazon Machine. Okay,
Amazon machine.
image. Okay, now these are the new terminologies. Everything I will explain you. Okay, in this paint file, you have to just work on it. Okay, so कंसोल पे सारी चीज ठीक है. आपको एक एक चीज स्टेप्स प्रैक्टिकली है. जस्ट मैं टर्मिनोलॉजी यहाँ पे दे रहा हूँ. आपको सारी चीजें वहां पे मिल जाएगी. कंसोल पे क्या सारी इन्फॉर्मेशन आपको कंसोल देता है. आई एम जस्ट हाईलाइटिंग द मेन कीवर्ड्स हियर कि क्या क्या रिक्वायरमेंट्स होती है एक ऑपरेटिंग एक प्रोग्राम को चलाने के लिए. जो अंडरलाइन आपकी रिक्वायरमेंट होती है वो मैं लॉन्च बता रहा हूँ. ओके, हमारे को आईएसओ चाहिए होती है. उसके बाद क्या चाहिए होता है हमारे को? हार्डवेयर, रैम वगैरह ये सब. ओके, हार्डवेयर किस टाइप का होगा? तो यहाँ पे ये लिखते हैं क्या उसको? इंस्टेंस टाइप. ये उनकी टर्म्स, दीज आर देयर टर्मिनोलॉजी. ओके, उसके बाद अगर मैं बात करता हूँ व्हाट वी नीड अ स्टोरेज. ओके, वी नीड अ network card. We need some security groups. Yeah, like we need some firewall. Those people call it security group, security guard, you can say. But main keyword is security group. After that, we need what? A key. What is this key? This key will be provided to you, so you guys can log in that machine. Okay, and after that, you will give some tags actually. Okay, we will give some tag. Okay, why we are giving tag? Because it's good to give the tags. If you are launching hundreds of EC2 instances, then what are the webs? Who are the web server? Who are databases? So I will give the tag for the identification purpose. Like I have 100 numbers of chair. Now how I will going to identify which is chair number 5? So we have the tag number 1, tag number chair number 1, chair number 2. Like this type of tags we do. Okay, so tagging is the most important part to filter out the things. Okay, टैगिंग हम इसलिए करते हैं ताकि हमें कुछ चीज फिल्टर आउट करनी है, सर्च करना है. उस समय हमारे लिए क्या होता है? टैग के बेसिस पे हम क्या कर सकते हैं? सर्चिंग कर सकते हैं. टैग मैंने वेब सर्वर दिया तो मैं सर्च करूंगा, बोलूंगा जाके उसे सारी मशीन लेके आओ जिनके टैग क्या है? वेब सर्वर. फ्यूचर में फिल्टर सर्च करने के लिए टैगिंग इज मस्ट इम्पोर्टेंट. These are some requirements which we have to do. Okay, now we'll go to portal and we will request for all those things. Okay, तो पोर्टल पे लॉगिन करने के लिए मैंने ऑलरेडी बताया था आपको अकाउंट बनाना है. आई विल गो टू द सर्विसेज एंड दिस इज आवर फर्स्ट सर्विस EC2. Okay, might be I am running a multiple instances. Okay, let me launch. Let me go to Mumbai.
हाँ, अलग-अलग सर्वर पे अलग-अलग इंस्टेंस को लेबल टर्म में क्या बोलते हैं? इंस्टेंस को लेबल टर्म में क्या बोलते हैं? हमारी भाषा
OS. So now basically what is EC2? Okay, थोड़ा सा जब तक ये काम कर रहा है आपको थोड़ा where's the paint? So what is EC2? EC2 क्या बेसिकली वो आपके लिए एक वर्चुअल मशीन बना रहे हैं. ओके, ये वर्चुअल मशीन कहाँ बना रहे हैं? इनके प्रीमाइसेस में. और ये आपको किसके थ्रू दे रहे हैं? इंटरनेट के थ्रू. सो दिस मशीन इज नोन एज व्हाट? इंस्टेंस. ओके, अगर मैं बात करूं, अगर ये ओएस आप हार्डवेयर पे डिप्लॉय करते हो तो हम इसे बोलते हैं बेयर मेटल. ओके, अगर आप इसको वर्चुअलाइजेशन के अंदर इंस्टॉल करते हो तो इसे हम अपन बोलते हैं वर्चुअल मशीन. एंड इफ दिस आई एम गेटिंग फ्रॉम द क्लाउड वी विल कॉल इट व्हाट? इंस्टेंस. दैट्स ऑल. तो इस तरीके से इसकी टर्मिनोलॉजी. All right, so we will launch one instance right now. Okay, so right now I will launch one instance, guys. Let me show you the dashboard. Okay,
तो ये EC2 इंस्टेंस है
EC2 एक सर्विस है, उसके अंदर अपन इंस्टेंस क्रिएट करते हैं. Okay, so this is the dashboard. All right, and now you will see these is the status of service. We are in Asia Pacific, Mumbai. We are in Mumbai data center right now. I am launching this instance in Mumbai because it is the nearest data center from my location. Okay, and these are the three zones, and these are their name: AP South 1, Asia Pacific South 1, Asia Pacific South 1B, Asia Pacific South 1. These are the three different data centers zones there, and these are their respective IDs. Okay, now the point is that we have to launch one instance. Okay, and for that you click here. You will click on this launch instance. Okay, and you will get a wide variety of ISO. Okay, you will see Amazon Linux. If you work on Reddit server, this is a Reddit Linux version 8, and it is a subscribe. Okay, it's an OpenSUSE. So Ubuntu Microsoft Server 2019 with base with container, SQL Server with 2017 as standard, and all this part they are getting. Okay, so these are the servers which they are giving. Some are free. Okay, this is the list we are giving to us. So these some are free. Debian. If you guys know machine learning, if because in machine learning we need lots of uh, tools like RNN, CNN. This is not our part. If you guys know deep learning, machine learning, this is a part. Okay, so all some are free, some are paid. Okay, so which we are going to use? If you will see there, free tier eligible. So we will use free tier eligible ISO, and the name for the ISO that is known as AMR. Okay, so you will click here if you want to filter out. Okay, otherwise we are getting the clear option. These are all your free tier images. Okay, so I will select Amazon Linux 1. Okay, I'll select Amazon Linux 1. Okay, how much you expect from the cloud? कि कितना hardware आपको दे सकते? We have seen 32 GB hardware, maybe 64. Okay, what is the power of cloud? Let me show you. Okay, so they are giving us one free tier hardware. In that we will get one CPU, we'll get 1 GB RAM. Okay, so network card will be low to moderate, means speed will be minimum. Okay, so this one T2 micro will got. All right, And point is that they have different type of hardware. Like this hardware will going to provide you 32 GB of RAM. Okay, they have 10.5, 15, 30, 60 GB of RAM. Okay, 144 GB of RAM, 200 GB of RAM. Okay, 192. Okay, after that I'll scroll a little bit down. 244 GB of RAM, and you are getting 36 CPUs. So guys, okay, and let me show you the in the end 488, 768 GB of RAM. See guys, so powerful hardware. To run the machine learning codes, we need this type of big hardware. Okay, अगर आपका कोई AI का मॉडल है, उसको रन करने के लिए आपको ये बड़े-बड़े डेटाबेसेस है, we have to need this type of high hardware. If you are a $1 billion company, okay, we need a it's depend on the different type of hardware. No, don't think this i3en. It's not the meaning of i3. Okay, so point is that let me show you how much you can get. Maximum you can get up to 4 terabytes of RAM. Okay, 4 terabytes. I'm not talking the space, guys. It's a RAM. Okay, it's a RAM. So this is the power of cloud. See, guys, 1952, and okay, now they have recently added this use. Okay, so let me add. This is a 3904, 4 TB of RAM. Okay, I think recently they have added. There is one more family. Okay, that is U series family. And in that U series, they can provide you up to 24 terabytes of RAM. 24 terabytes of RAM. Okay, guys, we are not in GBs, we are talking in TBs. Okay, so I think from that family, they have launched two hardware. They are providing these two hardware here. We have 6 TB of RAM. This is one. In that we will got 224 CPUs, and this is 448. It's a high powerful machine. But before that, they were only providing this. This was the last one. But recently, I think they have. And how much speed you will got? The LAN card you will got for 100 gig, 100 Gbps you will got. Okay. So, and in this you are getting 25 Gbps. That is a link. Okay. So we will not going to use this hardware, guys. This is only showing that for the testing purpose. It's totally depend on the company to company. What are their requirement? According to that, they have wide variety of hardware. You can use any of them if you want. So we will going to use T2 micro for the free purpose. Okay. Next, configure instance. You have to do nothing here right now. Everything you have to set it default. You don't have to change anything. Okay. Next, add storage. Change my internet. All right. So now, okay. So this point we need a storage, and how much storage they are giving for by default, that is 8 GB. Don't change it, guys. Don't reduce to 4 GB. Don't do it 6 GB. By default, we have 8 GB. We can increase this if we want. Okay. We'll work on this part when we work on the storage service. Okay. Right now, everything we have to set it default. Okay. We will change only those things which we need. Okay. After that, I have tell you we have to give what tag. Okay. So what points we have done? We have clicked with AMI. We have done with this instance type. We have done with storage. We have done with network card. Okay. We need what now? We will give the tag. So why I'm giving the tag? Because it's good. batch recommend. I'm giving the tag. I'm giving this will be my web server because I'm going to launch my web service on that. Okay. Next, after that, I will launch a security group. That means I will launch a firewall. And in this firewall, I'm allowing one rule that I need to access SSH or I need to access the SSH service, because this firewall will going to then stop me if I will not push this rule, or if you will not allow this rule, my security group will not going to be allowed. This guard is will deny my traffic, all traffic of my SSH. It will going to deny because it is only allowed by SSH. Okay, if we allow, if we deny this rule, nothing will allow, the security group will allow none of the service. Okay, so point यहाँ पे है कि सिक्योरिटी गार्ड को बोलना पड़ेगा, सिक्योरिटी गार्ड को कि भाई मुझे इस मशीन का रिमोट सेशन लेना है, तो एसएसएच प्रोटोकॉल आप क्या करो, इस सर्विस से अलाउ करो. तो यहाँ पे आप ऐड रूल पे जाओगे, एसएसएच सर्विस को आप सर्च करिए. Okay, the port number, if you guys know anything idea about SSH protocol, it works on port number 20. Every protocol in the networking world works on the basis of port number. Okay, from anywhere you can use. So I will write 0.0. Any IP, any subnet mask. From anywhere you can come. Okay, from any IP. Okay, I will review, or you can, if you want to change the name, I can change the name security group. For environment will be the testing environment. Any name you can write according to your choice. Okay, review, and now I will launch one key pair. Okay, we need what? Now we have done with tag, we have done with security group. What we need a password. Who can log in? So for that, they are giving us that you can launch a key, you can have this key. Okay, if you guys know SSH, there's a concept of public key and private key. Okay, so if you want to connect with this machines, you need a key. Okay, and you have to download that key. I already have lots of existing keys, so you will guys click on create a new key pair, and I will give one name A1. Okay, and I'll download this key pair on my system for the future purpose. Okay, so I've downloaded this key pair, and now I will launch the instance. Okay, so guys, in next 3 minutes you can access this machine. Okay, this guy is coming on the web server. It's a pending, status pending. Okay, and you will see, guys, I have received one public IP. Okay, and I will write here what I want to filter out. So I'll filter out that only show me the running machines, don't show me the stop machine. So it will only going to show me the running machines. So its status is initialized. So we need to wait for 2 to 3 minutes. Okay. Now, guys, what EC2 has done? This EC2 has done. It has launched one virtual machine in the cloud. That's all. And we are accessing that virtual machine via SSH. So we have some third-party softwares like Putty is there, Secure CRT is there, Hyper Terminal is there. So we can launch, we can use any of this third-party software to connect with this virtual machine via Putty. Okay, that's all. Okay, but one more point is there for Amazon Linux. They're also providing you one more feature, that is a browser-based connect. Now this is something new one. Okay. Now just hear this point. In whatever the browser you guys are, okay, for the Amazon's machine, this feature is only meant for Amazon machine, not for Red Hat, not for Ubuntu, not for Microsoft machine. Only meant for Amazon part. So they are giving you the browser-based connection. Okay, that means if you want to connect this with this machine, okay, if you want to connect with this machine, how you will going to connect? You will select this machine and you will click on this connect option. Okay, and after that you are getting EC2 instance connect. That means you will going to connect with this machine with your browser right now. Okay, which browser I am logging recently, that is Chrome. So I will going to launch, I will going to connect via Chrome, and automatically they will fetch that key from my system, because I have the key in my system. a1.pam, automatically they will fetch that key and they will going to log in that automatic, because I have the key. If I will go from putty, I have to load that key by myself. कि हमें उस समय key को load करना पड़ेगा. But if we are using from browser, so browser will automatically fetch that key. Internally they have that feature, and I will going to connect it. And now I am connected. You see, this is a Amazon Linux machine. Okay, and everything is there. You can ping Google. You have the internet connectivity. You can go on the internet. Okay, because if I don't have the internet connectivity, I will not able to connect. अगर internet नहीं होता तो मैं भी connect नहीं हो पाता. The point is, so you will see this is a Linux machine. Okay, and we have login in their account, that is EC2 user. Okay, we have login in the EC2 user account. Okay, if you guys now know Linux, that this is not a root account. In Windows we have one main account, that is administrator. Okay, this is not an administrator account, this is a one user account. Okay, on Linux there is one user that is known as root, that is their main account, but we are not logging in the root, we are logging in their one of the user, that is EC2 user. This is their by default name. You cannot change any other, you cannot write any other username, you have to write this username. Okay, so this is a, all right. Any doubts still yet? Amazing. Amazing है, खुद के लिए बना, Amazon का भी. It's a browser based connection. हाँ, means backend पे SSH हो रहा है, but आपको feeling SSH की नहीं है. It's a browser based connect. Browser is doing backend. Browser is doing taking an SSH session at the back. और वही key load कर रहा है automatically अपने behalf पे, सब कुछ वही कर रहा है. सब कुछ आप ले सकते. You have the different options. I will show you via putty as well. Okay, how to log in from the putty. We will also I'll show you. But what remodify?
EC2 user के आगे तो IP है,
Private IP. This is a private IP of that server. Okay, मैं आपको थोड़ा सा और कुछ चीजें बताना चाहूँगा. This was the public IP, because public IP works on the internet. If you guys know the basic networking concept, this is a public IP and this is their private IP. Okay, so 6.40. Okay, so this is their private IP. Okay. Sorry. Okay, so this is their information we have launched. Okay, right now, and let me show you. The platform is Amazon Linux. This is their AMI ID which we have selected. Platform is Linux. Okay, and you can see this is their AMI name they are giving. All right, so now the key pair we have launched, that is A1. Okay, so you need this key pair. If you don't have this key pair, you will not going to log in from that machine. Okay, आपके पास right नहीं. Okay, now what I will do, okay, by chance if you guys know Linux, now I am going to host one website on this server. Okay, I'm going to host one website on this server, and right now the point is that we should know the commands. Okay, if you want to install a website, so guys, what are the keys? Okay, if you guys know Linux, that's good. If you guys don't know the Linux, okay, no issues. I'm writing some commands for you. You have to write this command if you want to launch the website. Okay, now it's a little bit trickier procedure, those who don't know Linux. So I will write this command. First of all, I will log in into the root. Okay, why I'm logging, I can do from the EC2 user as well. All right, but for that you have everywhere you have to write this command sudo. Okay, you have to write this command. Okay, if you will not write this command, it will going to have a problem for you. So if I write this is a package manager to install the packages on the Linux. Okay, I'll write here yum httpd-y. So it will install my web server package. What is my requirement now? What I'm going to do? I'm launching one website, and for that we need a web server products like Apache, IIS, Nginx, Tomcat. For that we have to install these packages. Okay, so point is that you need to be root to perform this command. You are getting that one message. You need to be root. You need to be an administrator because EC2 don't have the right. But if you write this command, if you want to run this command, write sudo. So now EC2 will have the right to act as a administrator. Okay, so this command, if you want to run that command as an administrator, you have to write what? Sudo. Okay, either you log into the root if you have the credentials of root. If you don't have the credentials of the root, write sudo command. Okay, after that the package is installed. Now this is the location. Okay, this is a location where we have to configure the website. We'll create our file. This is one file we have to create. In that we will deploy our website. Now we don't have to write the website. We will get this part from the developer. Okay, we will not going to deploy we will not going to install the machines. Okay, sorry, we will not going to install the Apache. Okay, this is a part of system admin. Those who are working as a cloud administrator in our organization, they will going to deploy the website on our. We will going to create as an architect. We will create the machines and we will send them. I will tell them this is IP, this is a password. You can log in from this machine and do whatever you want to do. Whatever the person you have, if you know system admin training, now that is your part. If you know RHCSA, if you have ever done this type of Linux trainings, then you guys know this command. What does it? What is Vim editor? What is Apache? We teach over there. Okay. So right now I will, because the EC2 don't have the right to write in that file. So that's why I'm using sudo to giving him a privilege that you can write in this file. Okay. So now I will write in this file what I will write it. Okay. Now how to write in this file? You have to press I. Otherwise you will not able to write. Okay. This is a Vim. It's like a one editor. Okay. This is a one editor. Like a notepad. Notepad is a graphical editor. Vim is a CLI editor. So you have to press I to write the things inside. Okay. And if you have to press :WQ to save and quit. That's all. Okay. To save and quit, you have to press :W. All right. So now I will press I. See guys, this is giving me insert. I can write the thing. Now I will write some code. If we know the HTML, I'm designing the front end page. BG color will be aqua. I will close the body. I will start one header. Welcome to my AWS. This is not a graphical. Okay. In the company, we don't use the graphical machines. We use the CLI. Okay. If you are at the client end, we need the graphical. Okay. Now I will save this part. Okay, I will write :WQ. It will save and it will quit as well. So I will come out from that part. If you guys will not use sudo, you don't have, because EC2 user don't have the permission to write. So you have to write sudo. Make sure. And after that, you need to start the service. Okay, you will start the HTTP service, any web service. That means. So again, we got an error. You don't have the rights. So what we will use? Sudo. So sudo will start this command. Okay, and if you want to verify the status, instead of start, write the status. Okay, so this part system admins do. Generally, this is their task. Okay, so now you can say the service active is running, and what I will do, I'll copy this public IP. Okay, I'll copy this public IP, and I will go in the browser. And what you say, guys? I am able to access the website or not?
No.
Why?
They will disable
What?
the access control.
It's running.
Same line में होनी चाहिए हमारी private IP same line में होनी चाहिए.
Guys, this machine has been launched on internet. Anybody can access. It's not a concept of अपना private में launch नहीं किया. Linux training नहीं, ये cloud machine cloud में launch. So anybody can access this website from the internet. Okay, this website has been hosted live on the internet. Okay, IP. अभी सिर्फ IP से कर सकते हो, ये नेम से नहीं कर सकते. Now if I click, okay, if I click here, I'm not able to access that website. Why? Any reason? Yes, Neha. Why I am not able to access the website? You can see I am able to connect with that machine, but I am not able to access that website. What we can do? See guys. Okay. Now tell me.
Authentication.
See guys, if you guys remember, this is our EC2 instance. And to our security guard, like to just understand, हमने हमारे सिक्योरिटी गार्ड को क्या बोल रखा है कि अगर ये पर्सन आता है तो ही तुझे अलाउ करना है. ठीक है, ये पर्सन आ रहा है, इसका नाम क्या है, SSH है, तो ही तुझे अलाउ करना है. अगर दूसरा पर्सन जो वेबसाइट लेके आ रहा है, वेबसाइट का ट्रैफिक, वो कौन प्रोटोकॉल है भाई? HTTP. इस प्रोटोकॉल को अगर ये तुम्हारे पास आता है तो इसका ट्रैफिक क्या करना है तुम्हें? डिनाई करना. तो भाई सिक्योरिटी दादा को बताना पड़ेगा कि अगर HTTP का ट्रैफिक आ रहा है तो इसको तुम क्या करोगे? अलाउ करोगे. अपन ने अभी क्या कर रखा है, उसको ब्लॉक कर रखा है, उसको अलाउ नहीं किया है. तो हमें जाके उसको बताना पड़ेगा, प्लीज अलाउ द HTTP traffic as well. So we have to go and do some changes in the security group. Okay, so how we will do? You don't have to do again and again. At the starting, you can write all the services which you want to pass. Okay, and right now I'm showing you if you miss. So what you can do? You will go to the security. You will select that EC2 instance. You will click on security. You will go to that security group. Okay. Okay. You will go to that security group. Now we have some concept of inbound rules and outbound rules. Okay. If the traffic is coming towards the server, that is an inbound traffic. If traffic is going from the server, that is an outbound traffic. Okay. So this is the point. So now I will edit the inbound rules. You will see only SSH is allowed. So I will add one more rule, that is HTTP. Okay. And from anywhere, any IP can access. You guys can access on. Okay. As well. So now this is the public IP. Now if I do refresh and I will be able to access my website, anybody can access this website. It is hosted on the internet. Okay, you guys can also check. This is a public IP 52.66.26.255. If you hit this IP anywhere across the globe, you are able to access my website. Okay, you have that right. So this is a basic lab. You don't have to host the website. This is all will be done by the Linux app.
It changes to secondary server.
Yes. Everything. That is the power of cloud. That is the power of product. मैंने आपको कल बताया था कि इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर खड़े करने में आपको 30 मिनट 30 दिन लग जाएंगे. लेकिन this is the power of cloud. Few clicks, done. You will get the machine. Few clicks, done. You will get the storage. Few clicks, you will get the database. That is the power. That is the speed of cloud. Okay, this is the point. Okay.
So कितनी कैपेसिटी से हमारा सर्वर होस्ट कर सकते हैं? प्राइस आ सकते हैं.
Depends on the hardware.
ये दिखाएगा नहीं सर.
This is all part of our the person who is managing that server. कितने सर्वर आ सकते हैं आप रेस्ट्रिक्ट करना, ये सब सिस्टम एडमिन का काम है. वो चाहता है कि इस सर्वर पे 1000 क्लाइंट्स ही आए, तो वो अपने पॉलिसी लिखेगा और इसमें 1000 क्लाइंट्स को ही अलाउ करे. That is all belong to the system admin. This is not an architect guy. Okay, architect क्या मैनेज कर रहा है, क्लाउड पे मशीन कैसे बना रहा है, वो आर्किटेक्ट का काम. ओके, अब अगर आपके पास लिनक्स का नॉलेज है, आपके पास नेटवर्किंग का नॉलेज है, आपके पास डेटाबेस के नॉलेज है, लर्निंग द क्लाउड विल बी मोर इजी फॉर यू. If you guys don't know the public IP, private IP, then आप नहीं समझ पाते मुझे कि अभी क्या है. Because you guys all, I believe you are from all the networking background, so that's why I will not focus on the private IP and public. The person who are not from the Linux or the networking background, for those people, it will lit complex. Every service will be what harder to understand. This is a point. Okay. So now what you have to do today, you have to launch the website. Okay, you have to launch the EC2 instance. If you want to work on the website, you can launch one website according to your choice. And I am giving you some tasks. See guys, this is a see guys. I have one public IP, that is Google public IP. I ping 1.1, I ping 8.8.8.8, and I'm getting the response. Okay. You have seen that I am able to take SSH. You have seen I am able to take HTTP service, means I can access my website. But if I ping this public IP of my EC2 instance, okay, if I ping this public IP of my instance, do I able to ping from my system?
तो
Why?
ICMP है
कहाँ पे?
कि जो प्रोटोकॉल का हमने परमिशन दी सर
कहाँ पे?
पर जहाँ पर हमने परमिशन दी ना रिसर्च की क्लस्टर इंस्टेंस पे
Firewall, we have to allow from the firewall because firewall is system. So now it's give the clear idea. Okay, why you don't know what is ping, so the people I have to explain what is ping. Okay, so I'm not going to explain the basic networking and all that because you know. So we are in the cloud training, we are not in the CCNA training. So I will explain what is ping. Yeah, basic networking I can explain, but not the advanced. Okay, so now you got the concept. You have to allow and tell the firewall person, hey firewall, just allow the ping protocol. Now ping one works on which protocol? Which protocol ping one? ICMP.
ICMP.
Sure.
Yes.
What is the full form of ICMP?
Under one hour.
What is the full form of ICMP? What is the full form of ping? Huh? Okay, work on it. All right. So basically, this is our point. So we have to allow the firewall to access. We have allowed the firewall to work on ICMP. Okay. Now tell me, ICMP work on which layer of OSI model? First layer. SSH, HTTP works on which layer?
Layer 7.
Layer 7.
Application layer.
Okay. And if I say, okay, what about ICMP?
Transport layer.
Transport layer. Okay. Now, okay, guys. So we'll discuss this part in the networking. Wrong answer.
Woohoo!
What?
तो कमांड प्रोग्राम में जाके एक्सरसाइज और हमारी रिपोर्ट साइट की पब्लिक एक्टिविटी तो की डालनी पड़ेगी
TPD. Now, guys, I'm giving you some questions. Just you have to try by yourself. Okay. The question is that how you will log in EC2 instance. Okay. How to log in Windows CMD. Okay. And ping, how you will able to ping? For that you have to, that is one more question I'm giving you. Okay. So this is all for today.